Is hotter. Indians return to a place of past playoff glory, riding a 3-game winning streak and looking for more. Can the Indians keep the momentum going as they come south of the bridge for a battle with the Onaway Cardinals? At 4-1, the Indians sit ranked both in the UP and state AP polls, riding a high-powered offense and a dominant defense. The pieces are in place for more playoff glory this season, but for Coach Joe Austin and the Indians, there's still work to be done. Tonight, they look to take the next step. They look to make it 4 in a row. It's the Newberry Indians and the Onaway Cardinals. Up next on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network. This is Newberry Indians football on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network. Tonight's live video coverage is brought to you by the Lewis County Veteran Services Office, Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, Dr. Derek Dake of the Northern Lights Vision Center, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis, Louisiana Pacific Corporation, and the Newberry News. It's time for Newberry Indians football on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to the Onaway High School Stadium. We are getting ready for a big non-conference matchup. The Newberry Indians taking on the Onaway Cardinals. Newberry 4-1 on the year. Onaway comes in at 1-4, but you cannot judge them solely based on their record. This is a team that can give the Indians fits. An interesting style of play for the Cardinals. They're going this one. They're going to try and control the clock, limit the Newberry chances. It is a beautiful night here. Not an ounce of wind, clear blue skies. Beautiful for the final night in September. Indians looking to keep their roll going. They've won 3 straight since that game in Munising early on this season.
Wearing red, black, and white. Put your hands together.
Big win last week. They blasted Superior Central 56-0. They beat Brimley week 1 58-0. Held Munising to 14. They had given up more than 2 scores in just 1 game this season. That was their win a few weeks ago over the Rudyard Bulldogs. Also important for the Indians to keep momentum. They are currently a game back to the undefeated Munising Mustangs. We're getting ready to kick off against Pickford tonight. The Panthers win that game, and all of a sudden you can see a 3-way tie for first place in the Great Lakes 8 East. Of course, every win important now in the playoff standings. Newberry currently projected to be a 3 seed in the 8-man playoffs. That would send them on the road the opening week. They want to keep pace and get another shot with the Mustangs potentially down the stretch this season. I want to thank our sponsors, Lewis County Veteran Services Office, Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis, and of course, want to thank Louisiana Pacific Corporation coming to you tonight, M123 FM and the UP Sports Network. Newberry News on YouTube. You can stream us to your big screen TV. Here we go in this non-conference matchup. Last time the Indians were here, it was a big road upset in the first round of the playoffs in the 2022 season.
Indians number 24, Matthew Rahali.
Matty Rahali, 2 touchbacks, 6 kicks inside the 5-yard line this season, or inside the 10-yard line this season. Puts that one to about the 14. Ball comes back the far side. Good return by the Cardinals. Mohar, one of the top tacklers on the team, runs the man out at the 35-yard line. It'll be the Cardinals taking over.
They will start
First and 10. You see a lot of players dressed for Onaway tonight. No JV game this week, so they suited them all up for the varsity contest.
Remove. Dan. Mute. Stop cam. Settings. Dan.
First play to the far side.
Back to the ball carrier.
Stop cam.
Coming forward a short distance.
Settings.
And number 15, Marco Juarez on the defense. Push him out of bounds. Short gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Short game. Sticks move about 1.5 yards here. Onaway will break it. Second down here. Cardinals going kind of with a wing. Heavy set. Matty Rahali, great pursuit. Followed the man around. Jumped in on the play. And a big stop there for Rahali. It is 3rd and 10 for the Cardinals.
On the stop. Knocking it back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Long time in the huddle here for the Cardinals.
Come on, fellas. It's got to be a great game. He's not even capped.
Cardinals showing sweet. Big pressure and a sack. Gabe Luck, who is over 60 tackles on the season coming into tonight. He has been having an all-UP caliber year, and Luck gets a sack, I believe his 4th of the season.
6 on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 16 for the Cardinals.
Stay out the center. Stay out the center.
Punt formation for the Cardinals. A low line drive punt. On a hop, Rahali will just let this thing go. Cardinals will down it at the 31-yard line, and that's where the Indians will take over. Gavin Nutkins, the junior quarterback, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season, will lead the charge. Matthew Rahali, Marco Juarez been getting the majority of the touches for the Indians attack here early on in the season.
It was a 40-yard.
They're chopped. They're
by Jaski.
Yep, they're in a 4.
Trouble right off the bat for the Indians.
Bit of a mix-up on the snap there, but it was recovered by quarterback number 2, Gavin Nutkins. Loss on the play for the Indians of about 3 yards. Call it 2nd and 13.
Copy.
2nd and 13 after the Indians had trouble on that first play from scrimmage. They'll send Rahali to the near sideline. Kennedy Depew split wide left.
No, there's nobody back.
Straight drop for Nutkins. Double pumps, under pressure, takes a deep shot. Depew and Mohar both trying to come back for it. It'll fall incomplete. And now the Indians faced with a 3rd and long. Nutkins couldn't get all of it on that throw. Pressure in his face. Pushed off his back foot.
Depew and Rahali back there to receive, but the pass deemed incomplete, which brings up a 3rd down for the Indians.
Big 3rd down here early in the game. 9:47 to go. No score. Cardinals went 3 and out on their first possession. Indians trying to avoid the same fate here. Snap. Nutkins looks quick. Raholly, deep ball, over the shoulder, perfectly caught by Matty Raholly down to the 31-yard line. Another big game, Nutkins to Raholly. It has been a great combination, and the Indians on 3rd and long come up with the big hitter. Great adjustment by Raholly. He had to switch shoulders there. Somebody got a piece of that ball, or else Raholly might have been fully in stride and took off to the races there. 1st and 10. Nutkins, play fake. Indians looking to take advantage of the beautiful night. Sling the rock. Mohar, left side. Mohar, touchdown. Indians, 31 yards. Jacob Mohar from Gavin Nutkins, and the Indians attack through the air. 6-0 with 9:21 to go here in the opening quarter of play.
Yes, sir. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Indians will line up for 2. Looks like they stack to the left hash. Raholly on the jet motion. Indians looking Kadudi here. Nutkins rolls, has him open. Conversion complete. Solid start for the Tribe. They go on top 8-0 here after the game's opening drive.
Cardinals again. Cardinals will have a chance to reply to this early score here by Newberry.
Indians came out slinging the rock there on that first drive. See the offense there. Blake Doak, the center. Gavin Nutkins talking with Coach Klickner. Good start. 3 and out by the defense. Offense had a little bit of trouble at the start of the drive, but they regroup and they hit the big one.
Oh, man. Marco's so close to being offside on that.
Flags flying here. The kick going to be short and out of bounds for Raholly.
Goes out of bounds. Bounces out of bounds.
Field looks like it's in decent shape, but you go down on the surface, there's a lot of ruts in there. It's uneven, hilly in spots. They're going to take the ball with the Cardinals.
Because the kick went out of bounds, it does move.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Where it went out of bounds.
Here we go.
The Cardinals will start at the
Cardinals,
37-yard line.
2nd down. Give to the right side. Watt forces it outside. Juarez whips the man out of bounds.
Dexter the ball carrier, but he is knocked out of bounds by number 15, Marco Juarez.
Juarez having another solid season, both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Been an impact player for Coach Joe Austin. And, of course, the defensive coordinator, Rudy Mendoza, hitched a ride down with me today. Said, I always want the shutout. That's my goal, but I don't put unreal expectations on my team either. Indians have delivered a pair of them already this season. The defense really been a strength of this program. Option pitch. Nice pursuit. Luck took the quarterback. Linebackers take the pitch man. Raholly there. Juarez and McNamara come and clean it up. Little gain there. Those are the plays Onaway's going to need. They don't want to get into a battle where they're trading big punches.
Forward to about the 42-yard line.
This side we went in a little too quick.
3rd 5.
Yeah, a little too quick. But I mean, it wasn't terrible.
3rd and 6 here. Cardinals.
Yeah.
And the all black with the white numbers, red helmets.
Watch the same thing other side. Same thing.
They're going to bubble motion here. Come back with the counter dive. It's enough for a 1st down. Cardinals move the sticks for the first time
He
tonight.
makes it forward for another 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Nice defense there by number 33, Brian Nelson and others from Newberry.
Nelson, first man in for the Tribe.
1st and 10 from the Cardinals, 49-yard line.
Sun just setting behind the trees here in Onaway. Beautiful night here. Week 6 of the high school football season. Indians at 4-1, trying to get. Same play now. They go belly toss to the far side. Great job by Luck to turn it inside. And then Gabe Luck rips him down.
Decker looking for an opening.
2nd and 11 and an injury timeout on the far sideline. 8:28 to go. Indians lead it 8-0.
For a player injured on the field.
And we will step aside real quick here. It's Newberry Indians football on M123 FM in the EUP Sports Network.
The things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias. We put ports in. We remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
The injured Cardinal was able to get off under his own power. Justin Kramer St. Germain, say that 5 times fast, the junior, takes the ball there, and he just plunges right forward. 3rd down, and a long 8. The ball is actually about a yard ahead of where the marker is. St. Germain, far side, Juarez strips it away. Marco Juarez with the man strength rips the ball away. It's a fumble technically in the scorebook, but that's a straight up strip away by Marco Juarez. Cardinals not happy about it. Indians get it at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10, 7:25 to go here in the first, and they lead it 8-0.
Got it, yeah.
Depew far side, Rahali near side. Juarez next to Nutkins in the gun. Gavin, quick slant, intercepted. Linebacker just sat and waited. And Gavin Nutkins put it right on the numbers of the wrong side.
Gavin Nutkins intercepted by number 1, Kramer St. Germain.
That's Justin Kramer St. Germain.
And the Cardinals will just take that ball right back. And they'll begin their drive at about the
Quick hitter. Rahali breaks in on the slant, and the linebacker was right in the path. So 2 plays, a turnover each way, and now the Cardinals get it back. They're at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10.
Full house.
Give here, Kramer St. Germain. I think I got that in the right order. Yep.
Marco Juarez and others in on that stop.
5 minutes gone here in this contest, 8-0 for the Indians, who will be at home next week against Rapid River. It'll be the first annual Newberry High School Football Patriot Game, partnership with the Lewis County Veteran Services Office. Big shout out to Rick Bernard, who I'm sure is watching this evening. We'll have special content and exclusive features throughout the week leading up to the Patriot game next week. JV's at 4:30, varsity 7 o'clock. More on that coming up at halftime. False start ignored as the Cardinals got a big jump there. Justin Kramer St. Germain.
Ball carrier, but he is stopped in pretty short
Gets
order.
about a yard.
Number 76, Ethan Pop.
3rd and 5 coming up. The announcer puts a little
3rd and 5.
pizzazz on Ethan Pavy's name, Ethan Pave.
Okay, so now
That's his French cousin.
just switch that up. He's over on the tackle.
Midway
Right
point
side,
here.
Right side.
can tell the Cardinals trying to slow this thing down. They're playing power football, taking a lot of time in between plays. Short gain there, 4th and 4 coming up for the Indians, or for the Cardinals.
Number 9, Love.
First drive, Onaway went 3 and out, gave it away on a fumbled, stripped away by Marco Juarez last time, then got it right back off the interception. Matty Rahali shaking up. Oh. Indians trying to change on the fly.
What happened?
Nolet comes in. Nelson moves to backer. Daniel Rahali filling in as the water boy until Connor Slatter arrives. Give up the middle. It's close. By the initial spot, it's a first down.
It can't be a first down.
They got a pretty good spot. First down.
Now there's in on the stop.
Spot.
Kramer St.
Okay, don't matter. So, yeah, 99 at the right tackle. He pulled this way.
Rahali back in the ball game. Must have just got the wind knocked out of him there. Good to see Matty back.
20-yard line.
Fresh set of downs, belly motion with the counter off of it. That's been their best play so far. And that is Kramer St. Germain on the carry. 4:44 to go. There's the man himself. Connor Slatt making his arrival. Connor's a working man now.
The 8-yard line, we'll call it.
You won't miss an Indians football game for anything. Takes up shop next to Megan Burton, team trainer this year. Nice to have Meg on the sidelines. 4:15 to go. Ball is fumbled on the snap. The quarterback, Jackson Chasky, lost the handle.
Number 44, Decker.
Like he was trying to wrestle a greased pig there. Back on top of it go the Cardinals.
We're about to the original.
Looks like he's lined up in the huddle.
3rd and 6.
Had no loss or gain on that play. It'll still be 3rd down.
Lost the snap and then kicked it back forward to the line of scrimmage where they pounce on it. Indians have ran 4 plays on offense. Scored on a big hitter from first. Oh, my. Oh, Zach Burton just got up close and personal. How do you do, Hudson Decker?
Tackle number 44, Decker.
Sounded like a gunshot went off. He just popped him in the pads. Burton meets him in the huddle. 4th and 10. Big tackle for loss for Burton. The scoring drive for the Indians was 3rd and long when Nutkins hit Rahali on a deep ball. And then Mohar on a 31-yard strike. Big play here early in this ball game with 3 minutes to go in the first. Indians up 8-0. A stop gets them the ball back. They're going to give it up the run. Met immediately. Hayden McNamara says, not tonight. Indians take over. And they will get it to, let's see, right at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Indians did not run the ball on their first offensive drive. Threw a pick on their first play, drive number 2. Man, tough hitting by the Indians. Juarez, big hole, left side, bounces out. Juarez cuts it back in. Marco Juarez won't go down the first guy. You're going to need 3 or 4. And Juarez picks up a gain of about 16 yards and a first down for the Indians.
Other Cardinals in on that collaborative stop.
What do you got?
That gives Newberry another 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Indians stay in that gun offense. Depew split wide. Rahali in the slot. They go Juarez to the near side. Now Marco gets away. Marco with the sideline. Juarez lowers the shoulder. Boom, boom. And the Cardinals go flying. Luke Lovelace, a sophomore, got a face full of Marco Juarez there.
Right forward to the Cardinals. 35 yards.
Monster trucked him. Juarez might be the most physical runner.
They're playing tight on both sides.
that you'll see anywhere. Indians break the huddle, first down, as Juarez has racked up a pair of 15-yard runs on this drive. Third time's the charm here. Into the back. Not good when your linemen are staring at you in the middle of a play.
In the middle, but he meets number 72, Henry Hale.
Henry Hale with the stop for the Cardinals.
No gain on that play. Second.
No gain. Ball at the 35-yard line. Indians on top 8-0, 1:55 to go here in the first quarter of play. Nutkins looks, quick, fire, sideline. Raholly dives and incomplete.
Pass intended for number 24, Matthew Raholly, but deemed incomplete.
34, Brendan Brubaker. Forced Raholly to the outside, didn't give up inside position. Matty's dive, not in time, and the Indians 3rd and 10 now. After getting stuffed at the line and throwing an incomplete pass, they look for more. Nutkins, I'm sure, wants to bounce back from that interception. Juarez, left side, cuts it back up, breaks a tackle. Juarez, who carried an Islanders player a couple weeks ago about 30 yards on a play.
Finally brought down.
Boom, boom, boom. Marco bashes his way through. 4th and 6 coming up here.
3-yard line, it'll be 4th and 5 for Newberry.
Announcer man says 4th and 5. We'll go with him. Can't be right 100% of the time. Big play here. Playbook wide open. Depew to the near side. Raholly split left. They fake to Juarez. Nutkins. And no man's land is not going to get there. Cardinals make the stand.
Quarterback number 2, Nutkins, trying to keep it.
Just under a minute to go. 59.5.
Defenders led by Henry Hale.
8-0, and the Cardinals get it back.
Cardinals will take over.
This is what me and Coach Mendoza kind of felt was going to happen. It was going to be a battle early on. The Cardinals, who have spent most of their season on the road, were going to come in here focused, fired up, ready to make a statement. Despite the lopsided difference in their records between these two teams, the Indians are going to have to stay patient early on in this ball game and weather Onaway's best effort before taking control. Cardinals in the gun. Snap, give, big hole up the middle, closed quickly by Matty Raholly. That is Justin Kramer St. Germain, who has been a load, and he comes out of the backfield and hits the hole with authority every time he carries the ball.
72 center.
They're running behind big 72, Henry Hale. 99, Levi Riggett, who is a sophomore. Cardinals 2 years ago were one of the top teams in the northern half of the state, hosted the opening round of the playoffs where the Indians knocked them off. Newberry been to the second round back-to-back years.
Third down.
Number 44, Decker, the ball carrier.
And that is the horn. End of the first quarter here in Onaway. Indians lead it by a score of 8-0. It is on 123 FM and the UP Sports Network.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Available exclusively online through the MHSAA website, and the deadline to apply is December 2nd. Don't miss out.
Back here in Onaway, Cardinals and Indians, it's 8-0 Newberry, a 31-yard touchdown strike from Gavin Nutkins to Jacob Mohar.
throw out these reminders.
Time of possession, 3/4 of the way for Onaway, been in their favor, but no points.
Check out the family favorites from Taste of TJ.
Indians have relied on the big play. They've hit a couple.
For all your hot foods, and that raises money for the
Newberry trying to get to 5-1, win their 4th straight game of the season.
The junior class that sells mums and tattoos.
Their stretch run after tonight, they'll wrap up with Rapid River at home, Pickford on the road in week 8, and then Engadine in the battle for the Little Brown Jug, week number 9.
Second quarter of play here.
Other games tonight, Pickford and Munising, the big one in the conference. Got Engadine and Brimley in the famed Weather Bowl tonight. Cedarville Detour at Rapid River. Rudyard gets Superior Central tomorrow. Big pushback by the Indians. Their defense, 4 tackles in the backfield for loss already in this one. 4th and 5. And old coach Brian Pyle might be feeling a little adventurous here. They've hung close with the Indians. See what they decide to do. They're up tight, under center. They're going for it. Give straight, off tackle, first down. Cardinals do the job. Mohar, big hit, but a new set of downs for the Cardinals.
For the Cardinals.
Little pistol formation here, jet motion. They counter off of it, going with the dive play, a gain of 3. Onaway is doing just enough to keep control of this thing and stay within a possession. Justin Kramer St. Germain has been a load so far, leading the Cardinals offense from the running back position. Cardinals break out. 2nd and about 8. Under 11 to play here in the second quarter. Give. Indians converge. Burton and Mohar, the first 2 in there.
Decker running forward into the midst of Newberry's defensive line.
Maybe a yard.
For another short.
I'd say 3rd, and they're going to need 7. 6 will leave them short. Ball almost directly below our booth position here in Onaway. Belly motion with the dive. St. Germain comes back. He gets driven. He's going to be short. Gabe Watt
on the ball forward.
With the hit.
Zach Burton and others in on the defense.
Burton in there as well. It is 4th and a yard.
He's a little bit short for a first down. We'll call it 4th and 1 for the Cardinals.
Indian fans still arriving, filing in the facility. Good crowd making the trip south.
Quarterback sneak.
Straight forward, quarterback sneak and a first down. Coach Joe Smithson called it up here in the booth.
Yeah, he's almost got a track stance when he's doing it.
Quarterback Jackson Chasky.
Jackson Chasky with the first down. Tick, 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 as Chris Berman would say. Onaway just grinding time. Feels like they've had the ball for an hour tonight, and this game is only 15 minutes old. But the Indians, a quick score on their first drive, an interception on play number 1, A drive 2 and a 3 and out. They have not had many. Mohar screaming in. Gets there. McNamara off the pile. Burton off the pile.
Wrapped up before he can get very far.
The Indians have started okay. First and second down. It's been third and fourth that have given them the trouble here early on in this one. Indian fans all over cheering the team on, watching tonight. Thank you, wherever you are listening or watching. M123 FM and the UP Sports Network on Facebook with the Newberry News on YouTube. Little option give here. St. Germain up the middle. See where the forward progress gets him. It'll be about a yard. 3rd and 9.
Forward.
McNamara having equipment issues.
Managed to gain a yard. We'll call it 3rd and 9.
Put the center back there.
Here we go. 3rd and 9. 7:27. This quarter almost halfway gone. Cardinals started it back in the late first. Give. St. Germain, tough runner. We got 2 real physical backs in this one. Another 4th down coming up.
Grammar St. Germain, ball carrier.
They're going to need about 6. As they set the sticks, it's going to be 4th and 5.
Call it 4th and 5.
And a timeout for the Cardinals.
Timeout called by the Cardinals.
We'll take one as well.
We'll have a moment to breathe here before the next play.
It's Newberry Indians football with M123 FM and the UP Sports Network.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health.
Back here in Onaway, 6:55 to go. Second quarter, Indians lead at 8-0. The offense has been limited based on the ball control of the Cardinals. But a chance to get it back here. 4th and 5 coming up. Onaway a timeout. Their first of the half. See what they come out with here. Both teams 1 turnover each way. No penalties yet so far. Cardinals have played it tough.
We are back in action. 4th and 5 for the Cardinals.
4th and 5. I formation. Chasky to St. Germain. No, it wasn't St. Germain. And the Indians get the stop. They go 44, Hudson Decker. Indians get the stop, and they get the ball back with 6:50 to go here. In quarter number 2, Marco Juarez leading the charge on the stop. Indians will take over at the 42-yard line.
For their own 42-yard line.
Indians. Oh, Rahali and that Wildcat with the trips. Matty takes it. Goes sweeping along the weak side. Flag here, and just as I said, no penalties either way. Here comes the first of the night, and it's on the Indians.
For Brendan Brubaker, number 64, Luke Lovelace on the defense of number 24.
See that flag? You automatically think hold.
Thrown on the field during the play.
Maybe block in the back.
We'll wait to see what the call is.
But it's going to be a hold. So the Indians
Holding is called against the Newberry
will be
out there.
That will move the ball back 10 yards.
Be about 1st and 18. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Oh, they tack a couple more yards on. 1st and 20.
So the first down is replayed, but now it's 1st and 20.
They're stacked ready over here.
Nutkins. Give to Rahali. Maddie. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, so the Indians even out after the penalty.
The other direction and is pushed out of bounds again. Defense there by number 12, Jackson Jasky and others.
Onaway got a lot of guys early on here tonight playing both ways.
So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yep.
Nutkins, pump fakes, fires. Mohar diving and out of his reach.
Pass was intended for number 7, Jacob Mohar. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down.
Come on, line.
3rd down. Rahali back in the backfield. He's going to roll behind the trips. Deep ball. A bullet. Mohar. Depew. It's Depew. Oh, a big one from Matty Rahali. Kennedy Depew. Him and Mohar were stride for stride. Side by side down the right side. And Depew, Mr. Big Shot. All of his catches are deep balls. And Kennedy, a great job there. It's 1st and goal from the 5.
That was a 53-yard pass.
53 yards.
And they are 1st and goal from about the 5-yard line.
Matty Rahali just draws the defense. Nutkins fumble on the exchange with Juarez. Disaster averted.
Picks up on the snap, but Gavin Nutkins, quarterback, falls on the ball. Loss on the play brings the ball back to the 11-yard line, but it is 2nd and goal. 11 yards to go.
Second and goal. Ball comes all the way out to the 11-yard line. Indians back in their base set. Give to Juarez. He jumps a man. Cuts it back. Fight. Spins his way. They're going to say just short. Juarez will get 10. 3rd and goal from the 1 coming up.
Ball carrier. Eluding as many taps as he can before finally brought down by number 34, Brandon Brubaker. Made it forward.
Brubaker been busy tonight
3rd and goal
for the Cardinals. Third and goal. Ball is at the 3-yard line. Marco. One more time. He falls forward. Touchdown, Indians. Marco Juarez from 3 yards out. And the Indians lead at 14-0.
We'll have the conversion attempt in just a moment.
Indians will line up for the 2-point try. They go spread here. Another dash of Kadudi here. Wide open. Rahali. Conversion good. Indians get a little bit of momentum. 16-0. They lead this one.
Number 24, Matthew Rahali. Another 2 points on the board for Newberry. Give both teams a moment to regroup, and they will kick back off to the Cardinals.
Indians will be ready to kick to the Cardinals when we come back. It's M123 FM and the UP Sports Network.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Breakdown. Boom.
Oh. Back here in Onaway. Oh, my. Brendan Brubaker just got leveled by Brian Nelson.
Now that gives us a first and
Oh, the Indians have brought the thunder here tonight.
yard line.
Hitting hard, heavy, and hitting often. Cardinals take over 24-yard line, 1st and 10, trailing it 16-0.
I formation.
It's a heavy eye. Everybody was lined up in the backfield. Mohar been flying sideline to sideline, forces Decker out of bounds. 16-0 Indians, 4:43 to go. Touchdown from Juarez on a 3-yarder. Jacob Mohar from Gavin Nutkins back in the first. They marked the out of bounds play there as 2nd and 9. Little stutter on the jet. Timing was all off for the Cardinals offense there. Their jet motion had to slow down. He was almost running in place at one point. Things get muddied up in the middle. Juarez, see him hunched over there. I think Marco got stepped on maybe. Looks to the sideline. He appears to be okay. Forever here in the huddle. 10 seconds left. Cardinals are in no hurry. 5, 4, 3, 2. They get it off just in time. And they waited all that time to run into a brick wall. Gabe Luck again. Indians have all 3 timeouts. 4th down coming up. Cardinals, you would think, would have to punt from there.
Stay off the center. Stay off the kicker.
Cardinals still trying to push past Newberry's defensive line. No
Indians will send Rahali back. He waits.
So it'll be 4th.
Around the 42-yard line, his side of midfield. High snap, gather, punt straight up in the air. And it's going to take a big bounce for the Indians. And they're going to get it at the 35-yard line. And this is interesting with 3:11 and 3 timeouts. You get a quick score here, you could get it back. You might be able to go 2 for 1. Indians also will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Their drive, 1st and 10.
Either way for Newberry, the goal now is this thing needs to be at least 12 more by the time the Cardinals get it back. Jet sweep, Rahali. Maddie, hard cutback, breaks a tackle. Tried to get to the sidelines, taken down. We'll see what the Indians want to do. Plenty of time, 3 minutes and counting.
Number 64, Luke Lovelace.
They can score from anywhere on the field. They've had plays
5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5 for
from 1 yard out all the way up to 99 this year.
Lots of time, tons of time.
Plenty of time here. Indians want to execute here.
Joker and Zach were talking confused.
They show Jet again, fake and a big counter to Juarez. A huge hole. Marco spinning, fighting. Mohar with a block. And then Dope comes and tackles his own man.
Number 15, Juarez, the ball carrier.
Trying to push his way in. Another good run for Marco. 2:17 to go.
Caskey and others assisting and bringing him down.
Juarez all the way down to the
not before he gets another 1st and 10 for the Newberry Indians.
17-yard line.
Ball being spotted at about the 18-yard line.
Indians line up here. Snap. Fake. Nutkins. He's going to have to dance. Did he get out of bounds? He did not. And the Indians still have a ton of time.
Quarterback keep there by number 2, Gavin Nutkins.
Nutkins had a man keying on him there as he pulled the ball on the option.
It's like a short gain on the play. Almost a yard. We'll call it second and a long 9.
Time's not an issue.
1:25 to go. Second down. No gain for Nutkins on that scramble. They go to Juarez. He gets half of what they need, maybe. Gain of 5.
Diving onto the right side.
That's going to be 3rd and 5, I believe, from about the 13-yard line.
Down by defenders number 20, Tucker Price, and 64, Luke Lovelace. Third down.
More on the slant. Oh, never mind. More on the slant.
Backside. Nutkins in trouble. Chucks it up. What a catch by Rahali. Climbs the ladder and comes down.
Number 24, Rahali.
Matty Rahali goes up and
touchdown.
Climbs the ladder. Nutkins under pressure just had to float it up there. Touchdown Indians, 22-0. Tribe rolling. 2-point try coming up.
Kramer St. Germain trying to beat that vertical there on the defense. Here's the conversion attempt.
Rahali, straight give, sweep around. He could have ran halfway to Indian River on that one. Conversion is good.
And Rahali gives another 2 points on the board for Newberry.
Matty Rahali with the magnificent catch. 24-0 is your score coming up at the half. This week in high school sports from the Michigan High School Athletic Association. Also my sit-down interview with Lewis County Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard, who joined us to talk about the upcoming Patriot game. That's all coming up at the half. I am facing in the wrong direction here. Indians.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Kickoff there.
Number 6, Jack Morgan.
Jack Morgan falls on top of it. 33.3 to go here. Cardinals probably looking to just get to the locker room. The Indians do have 3 timeouts.
Cardinals at the 26-yard line.
Their offense does not need much time to score.
5-yard line.
Got wings inside.
Ball is loose.
Oh, man.
Indians almost got it.
They call it timeout.
Tucker, excuse me. Decker, the ball carrier.
Decker
Starts to move forward and then
lost the handle.
Cardinals
Now we got a timeout.
call the timeout.
Interesting for Onaway. Call a timeout. Roll it a pew. How such a tiny human can make such big noises. Getting them fired up here. Good crowd making their way south, and they like what they see so far. 24-0 Indians just before halftime. 25.3 to go. Second down. Change at quarterback. Ball is thrown. Intercepted by Rahali. Maddie back the other way. Has a block from Mohar. Out of bounds. And the Indians, 13 seconds. They will get the ball back. They do have 3 timeouts.
Number 24, Rahali.
Maddie Rahali doing it all. His second pick of the season.
Take back over.
Man, the defense has been awesome tonight for the Indians. They had to play smash mouth, grind out football early.
Yard line.
But they are starting to impose their will.
Yeah.
Indians go empty. Bubble screen to Juarez. He'll dance. Moves up the sideline. Cuts it back. Juarez spins. He's brought down. Indians will get a timeout with 4.3 seconds to go.
Timeout being called by Newberry.
And the Indians will talk it over.
Others in
Juarez
on that stop.
with the nice scamper there.
Ball being spotted at the 20-yard line of the Cardinals. 1st and 10 for Newberry.
Got a block, O-line. Got to give him time.
Indians break the huddle. 4.3 to go before halftime. They will start the third quarter with the football. They would like to add their 4th score of the night before they head in. Ball is at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, 4.3. Nutkins looks, fires, end zone, incomplete, and that is the half. And there's a flag that comes in late.
Molly incomplete, but that siren is the end of the first half.
Oh, no, hold your hats. The Indians are going to get another play here. I think a roughing the passer is coming. We're going to see. Referees discuss it. What is he doing? He's facing the wrong way.
Are they talking to?
And they are marching it off. It is a roughing the passer penalty.
He called intentional. Oh,
He signaled intentional grounding.
No, roughing the pass. Roughing the pass.
Penalty roughing the passer against the defending.
So the Indians, time cannot expire on a defensive penalty. Newberry gets one untimed play here. Half distance to the goal.
There will be an untimed play.
Ball is at the 10-yard line.
Ball being spotted at the 12-yard line of the Cardinals.
12-yard line. Indians. Look. Nutkins rolls, fires, delayed again.
Pass again.
They'll let that one go.
Incomplete.
And that will be the half.
That really is the end of the first half play.
Teams are trading words as they head off.
On the clock for halftime.
And at the half, the
We'll be
Indians,
back with more action
24.
after halftime.
The Cardinals,
Your snacks from the concession stand.
no score.
His booth. Don't forget
It is halftime
By Taste of
with
TJ.
M123 FM
Concession
and
stand.
the UP Sports
Don't forget
Network.
to stay warm and be sure you're back here for the second half of play. Tonight.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry proudly supports the communities that we call home. They're Michigan's only manufacturer of LP SmartSide siding and trim. And just like our local sports teams, Louisiana Pacific Corporation is committed to teamwork and safety and getting the job done the right way. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry wishes all of the area athletes best of luck this season.
Hey, local sports fans, the high school football season is finally here, and you do not want to miss a single second of the action, especially because you can't see. Call my good friend Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center. They'll help you see clearly all school year long so you don't miss a moment of the action. Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center, Newberry, Munising, St. Ignace. Call 906-291-2015. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
I just send that corner right off. If you could comment off that, yeah, that'd be awesome.
SAA Sportsmanship Summit returns after a 3-year pandemic-caused hiatus, and one of the state's best softball pitchers talks about what Title IX means to her. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. Sportsmanship is one of the most important aspects of educational athletics, and along with scholarship, safety, and an appropriate scope, it is one of the MHSAA's 4 main core values for school sports. Winning is great, but good sportsmanship helps develop habits that can be used well beyond the playing field. To that end, the MHSAA is once again hosting the Sportsmanship Summit Series. This one-day conference is designed for students to learn about sportsmanship and appropriate behavior for student sections. We've been hosting the summit since the late 90s, but this will be the first one since the fall of 2019. Summits will be held on November 7th in Marquette, November 9th in Saginaw, November 14th in Grand Rapids, and November 16th in Ypsilanti. Each site is limited to 225 attendees, so be sure to register now to reserve your space. Registration materials and other information can be found at MHSAA.com. As Grantland Rice once wrote, "It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game." And it's our hope that everyone plays with sportsmanship on their mind. Game balls this week go to Sheboygan junior golfer Katie Maybank. She fired an 86 at the Charlevoix Invitational, capturing medalist honors, her first career first-place finish. East Jordan took home the team title. Brownstown Woodhaven's Ella Thomas, she had 21 digs in a 3-set volleyball win over Allen Park. The win kept the Warriors undefeated in league play, where they are looking to repeat as champs. And a Heartland running back, Joey Mattard, he ran it 15 times for 172 yards and 5 touchdowns, plus he returned a punt for a score in a 48-20 win over Plymouth.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Assistant Director, Brent Rice.
We've got a 2-1 soccer game at halftime, and the trailing team is set to kick off the start of the second half. The teams get lined up, and number 11 from the trailing team gives it a healthy boot. It flies, untouched by any other player, and gets past the goalkeeper into the back of the net. They start celebrating, thinking they've tied the game at 2. But should they be? Can a team score directly from kickoff? They can. There are a number of ways soccer teams can score. A goal can be scored directly from kickoff, a corner kick, and a direct free kick. Goals cannot be scored from an indirect free kick or a throw-in, but from a kickoff, count it.
Thanks, Brent. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, go to the MHSAA website and register. On June 23, 1972, Title IX was signed into law. In the 50 years since, millions of girls have participated in an MHSAA-sponsored sport, and that number continues to grow every year. We've celebrated their numerous contributions and achievements in a variety of ways the past year, and will continue to do so leading up to the 25th Annual Women in Sports Leadership Conference in October. Today we highlight Macy Ireland. She graduated from Owasso, where she led them to a 2021 Division II softball championship, the school's first state title in any team sport. Ireland earned the Miss Softball Pitching Award for her dominant career in the circle and is a school record-setting swimmer. Macy is continuing her softball career at Kent State.
Although I didn't personally have to fight my way through, it was kind of like gifted to me. It still means a lot that I'm being able to be coached from these wonderful women and get a scholarship myself to play in the collegiate level.
For more information on the WISL Conference or for previous Title IX at 50 spotlights, please check out MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll see you next week.
It is M123 FM in the Newberry News, visiting with our Luce County Veteran Services Officer, Rick Menard, getting ready for a big event coming up this fall as the Veteran Services Office teams up the Newberry High School football program for our first ever Patriot game. Going to be a great night full of fun and activities. Rick, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about this year's Patriot game event.
Well, the football program and I have discussed this over a couple of years, and this year they were adamant that we should get this together, and I agreed wholeheartedly. So we're having a game that is to honor our veterans. We're calling it the Patriot Game. We have different color shirts because usually these events have like 2 schools involved, but this year it's going to be just Newberry, and we're good with that. So we're excited that the football team is doing this. We're going to have, it'll be free entry, so we know it's October 7th.
Friday,
right?
October 7th.
October 7th. We will have a pre-game before the national anthem presentation that honors our veterans over the PA system, and then the veterans get in free. We'll have free food provided by Styes Guys Barbecue at a VIP tent down in the east end zone. So we have a tent in case in inclement weather. We'll have seating for the veterans and their family and friends, and we'll have Styes Guys Barbecue. We're also going to be doing a ceremonial coin toss, which I think that was somebody's idea, which was a great idea. And so we'll have a veteran doing the coin toss at the beginning of the game as well. And then really it's just going to be the football game. The players, we have these very generous sponsors for this event, and I don't have them pictured here, which is fine. So the sponsors we have are Newberry Bottling and the Ice Cream Bandits. But through their generous donations, we were able to get jerseys that are special just for this game. So the entire team will have these jerseys on for this game. And we'll probably get to reuse these for a game next year, but we don't know about that yet, right? And so we're excited. The kids love these, and they're excited to be wearing them. We have flags we're going to hand out to all the fans as they come in on both sides, both stands, so they can wave their flags at the appropriate time as we honor our veterans. We're going to have some special other, I don't want to call them decorations, but flag presentations going on around the field and at the game. And then you'll see the red and these blue shirts. These are the Patriot Game shirts. These are the fundraisers that the football team is doing. And so these shirts are $10. Right now they're only on sale at my office, and I do ask that people please call ahead to make sure I'm there and I'm not at the newspaper doing a video type thing. But anyway, call ahead. We're happy to sell shirts. We will don't have a specific time, but I believe lunchtime next Tuesday we'll be at the high school selling the shirts to the students if they want to buy them. So make sure they come. We have red and blue versions of this shirt. And we've already had tremendous support. We've got folks coming into the office to buy them, and we probably sold over 60 of these shirts just the first night at the homecoming game. And so people are getting really excited about this. And I think that's my summary for now.
It's going to be a great event Friday, October 7th. Indians are hosting Rapid River. It'll be our first annual Patriot game here in Newberry. Come out, cheer on the team, support our local veterans. Proceeds from the t-shirt sales going to a local veterans organization. Veterans get in free special meal from Sty's Guys prior to the contest, and special ceremony going on as part of this great event. For more information on the Newberry High School football Patriot game, you can contact Rick at the Veteran Services Office. What's the number?
906-293-4890.
All right, come on out Friday, October 7th, the Newberry High School football field.
The things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias, we put ports in, we remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
Back here in Onaway, we are at the half. The Indians lead at 24-0 over the Cardinals. Jacob Mohar with a touchdown catch on the team's first drive. Indians kind of spun their tires a little bit. Had a tough time getting off the field late first and early into the second quarter defensively, but held up and held that 0 on the scoreboard. Marco Juarez put the team up 16-0. 14-0 before the conversion on a short 3-yard touchdown run. Matty Rahali with maybe the catch of the year, a leaping grab in the back of the end zone. And that was your third score of the break there. I want to thank our sponsors tonight for Newberry High School football here on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network. It includes the Northern Lights Vision Center, Dr. Derek Dake, watching the feed tonight. Derek, hope you and the family are doing well. Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, the Luce County Veteran Services Office. Big thanks to Rick Bernard for joining us for some information on the Patriot game here at the half. Also want to thank Louisiana Pacific Corporation and the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. Indians lead it by 3 scores. A party-like atmosphere. The fans that have made the trip are enjoying it. A lot of people scrambling for the coats and the hoodies here at the half. But look at the Newberry contingent. Pretty good crowd right here below us. The students have shown up as well. Got the youngsters all playing out in the back. It is a perfect Friday night for football, especially if you are a fan of the Newberry Indians, up 24-0, and they will get the ball to start the third quarter, which we will have when we come back. It is M123 FM in the EUP Sports Network.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
For your safety and security, the athletics.
Worried your friend's struggling but don't know how to reach out? You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could write him a text or knit him a sweater. If you can't be together, you could write him a letter. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking. You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You could ask on your couch while you binge watch. However you do it, you gotta ask a friend. And if they don't share, you can ask again. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Cardinals.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry proudly supports the communities that we call home. They're Michigan's only manufacturer of LP SmartSide siding and trim. And just like our local sports teams, Louisiana Pacific Corporation is committed to teamwork and safety and getting the job done the right way. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry wishes all of the area athletes best of luck this season.
Hey, local sports fans, the high school football season is finally here, and you do not want to miss a single second of the action, especially because you can't see. Call my good friend, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center. They'll help you see clearly all school year long so you don't miss a moment of the action. Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center, Newberry, Munising, St. Ignace. Call 906-291-2015. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
To kick off.
All right, Indians will return the second half kickoff. 24-0. They are in front as we start this third quarter of play. Week 6 of the high school football season. Indians trying to get to 5-1. Onaway has heard the hype about the Indians. Kind of the roles reversed from the last time we were here. Newberry, a big underdog in the playoffs, pulled off the upset. Onaway knew they were the big underdog tonight. They have battled.
Everybody up at the start of the second half of play.
But have not been able to overcome it. A short kick. That's going to be Burton. Second level. Burton steps over. And gets it out to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Indians on top as they come out here.
Number 20, Tucker Price. So Newberry will begin its first drive of the second half at their own 48-yard line.
Indians go with a different look here. They go heavy up front. Single back is Juarez, right side. He's got room. Juarez, flag comes in late. And we'll see what they call here.
Juarez, the ball carrier.
Juarez was reaching up on a stiff arm when that flag came flying out. That's never a good sign.
Pushed out of bounds by the Cardinal defenders.
And the Indians are going to get pushed back. It's going to cost them a first down. 12 yards on the carry. Oh, my goodness. They went 10 yards. Referee doesn't know what he's doing. He goes an extra 5. Says, is this good? And pulls up a 15-yard penalty.
Ball blocking back, moves the ball back.
A 15-yard block in the back penalty. And Mohar never touched anybody. Well, they're saying on walk number 9.
First down again, but it will be 1st and 12.
So after all that, 1st and 12. Onaway defenseman came across, did it again, and now he's offsides. A little bit of penalty yardage back the other way. It's Mr. Oliver Klickner down there. Ollie's running around doing laps.
What's the debate about?
Now we got a conference call. I don't know what you're debating there. He clearly came across. He stopped. He put his hands on his head like he knew he'd done wrong.
Yeah, that's much to figure out.
And a 5-yard penalty. Now we get a whistle. We're doing some kind of, I don't know what this means.
So the penalty was offside on the defense, which moved the ball forward 5 yards, making it 1st and 7.
Sideways alligator. Then we're back underway. Here we go. Penalties all over here. Now the Indians. We're back in a heavy base set. Juarez rumbling, lowers the shoulder. Juarez just keeps going. Down to the 33. It's a new look for the Indians offensively. They've got one guy split wide.
Cardinals run the ball down by number 75, Chase Fairclough. He's putting up for a first down. Ball being spotted at the Cardinals' own 33-yard line.
Indians send Rahali right. They've got Luck subbed into the game for Depew, going with an extra tight end and a 5-man front on the offensive line. And it's another big hole for Juarez. Marco off and running. 10, 5, all the way inside the 3-yard line. We'll see where he exactly stepped out. They're going to spot him at the 5.
Bring him down.
4, 3, 6. They'll mark him at the 6. Juarez behind that extra blocker has been eating them up.
He can do one or the other. He either has to let the first level go and get the he can't do both.
Give here. Let him finish what he started. Juarez at the goal line, plunges forward, touchdown, Indians.
Juarez, the ball carrier. Hudson Decker
makes it an even 30-0 for the Indians.
Diving into the end zone, 6 points for the Newberry Indians.
And now a 2-point try as the Tribe starts shuffling bodies in and out. Butkins counters on a boot off the jet.
I think it was early. I think the snap was early.
And something looked amiss there. Conversion no good, and a flag is coming in. We saw some issues at the end of the first half.
Justin Kramer St. Germain, number 1 on the defense.
If you're the Indians, you got to remember, let's not say anything. Let's not do anything. You're way up on the scoreboard. You've got way more to play for this season. You don't need penalties, possibly getting guys booted They're forced to miss time. Onaway clearly frustrated. Joe Austin clearly frustrated. Unsportsmanlike on the Indians.
Personal foul. What is that?
So the conversion no good, and now the kick attempt just got a little bit more difficult. Indians will kick from the 25-yard line.
On Joker?
So they move it way up here. Rahali with an absolute rocket. Still put it inside the 20. Juarez there to clean it up. Burton slowed the man. 30-0.
Recovers the kickoff. Makes it forward several yards before he's brought down by number 15, Marco Juarez. The penalty at the end of the conversion attempt on the Indians for unnecessary roughness moved the kickoff point back 15 yards. That is why they were further back.
11:01 to go. Cardinals back on offense.
Their own 36-yard line.
They tried as much as they could early on to slow down this Newberry attack. The Indians, though, caught fire with two late scores. Or with a late score before the half. And a quick start here in the third. They take the 2-for-1 opportunity by deferring the initial coin toss. And they have busted it open all of a sudden just like that. The Indians, Brimley week 1. Their last 2 games against Cedarville and Superior Central. 3 of their 4 wins, and now this one tonight, their 4th game with a 30-point lead. They also led Rudyard by 27 at one point. When the Indians are rolling, they are as tough as they come. Gabe Luck with the big hit in the backfield. Luck has been an absolute wrecking ball for the Indians all season long.
So it's
great season for Luck, who was called up last year as a sophomore. And now in his junior year has become one of the premier defensive ends in 8-man football. There's that little belly motion. Snap is low and on the ground and covered up. Jackson Chasky, the quarterback, scrambles, gets on top of it.
Make sure it remains in Cardinal hands. That'll be a loss on the play at about the 3 yards, so we'll call it.
Going to bring up 4th and 13. And Rahali will start drifting back.
Yeah, they're going to line up.
Rahali's now coming back up. He's bouncing back and forth. You see him getting deep now. Snap, punt. It's a high one. It's a short one. And it's out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Indians will take it. 1st and 10. Looking to add to their 30-0 lead. A score will put us in running time.
Putting that ball on the 49-yard line.
BUP 7th and 8th grade youth football.
And 10.
Jamboree Day at Pickford tomorrow. Pair of games at 10 and 11:30. 7th and 8th grade Indians will be in action. Cross country on the road tomorrow. I believe the Sioux is the stop for them. Good luck to all of the local athletic teams. Rahali gives a little block after the handoff. Juarez spins forward. It's a gain of 2. Onaway celebrating that big achievement. Slowing down Juarez.
By number 72, Henry.
Gain of
number 16.
a yard, maybe 2. Going to be 2nd and 9.
What a victory.
Short gain on the play there. 2nd down for Newberry.
Rahali playing quarterback. Nutkins on the sideline. The Indians are back in the spread set with Depew wide. All sorts of different looks from the Indians tonight. Juarez with room. Needed a block from Mohar, but Mohar, his guy turned out.
He makes a game, but he is brought down by number 16, Slam.
Couldn't touch his guy, or he would have got a block in the back there.
Moving forward to about the 42-yard line. He got it. It'll be 3rd and 3.
The Indians. Oh, a fake read option. Rahali cuts it back up the sideline. Helmet to helmet hit. And the Onaway bench lets him hear about it.
Number 24.
The emotions getting high. Blake Dope doing some jawing at the sideline.
Number 20, Tucker Price, but not before getting another 1st down.
7:21. 3rd quarter, 30-0.
32-yard line.
Rahali fakes it. Looks, he's in trouble. Fires. Mohar went and got it. What a catch by Jacob Mohar, who's having one heck of a season for the Indians. All the way down to the 15-yard line. Rahali was in trouble, but floats it just in time.
Another 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
He's hurt. He's got a bad wheel.
Doak's out shaking up. Pavy's in at center now. Or no, Stilson is in at center. The Indians shaking things up everywhere on offense in the half. Rahali jumps, gets the snap, sweeps around. A flag coming here. And that's going to come back. Referees figure that hole's too good to be true. Doak, after a quick breather, will head back in, and this is a big penalty. Ugh. Tough. Rahali Bennett quarterback. Nutkins appears to be fine. You see him in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. He has been involved in some back and forth antics. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Indians going back to the spread set this time. And Juarez scampers up the left sideline. It was 1st and 30 for the Indians.
Juarez, the ball carrier. I believe that was.
The board says 1st and 30 from the 28.
Take your step. Gain forward to the 22-yard line. 2nd and 17.
2nd and 17.
What do we got here?
All sorts of confusion. Midway point, 3rd quarter. Rahali. And the gun. Fakes to Juarez. Looks, fires, middle, caught. Salter. They say incomplete. He couldn't hang on. And Ethan Salter lets a touchdown get away. Had the big pick six last week. That was a good look as the Indians get Salter into the ball game. They've played luck on some offense.
Stilson, take your step.
Stilson's been in.
I know. Take your step with it.
Rahali, bootleg, looks, sets, fires. Mohar broken up in the corner.
Yeah. Rahali again with the pass intended
Fourth
for
down.
Incomplete, and that brings up fourth.
As the Indians get Maddie some passing opportunities. He only had 3 or 4 on the season coming into tonight. One of those is a fake punt back against Munising. He's been almost primary run when he's been in there. Indians will go for it. They'll go spread. Mohar and Juarez one way. Salter and Depew the other way. Rahali fakes, goes draw, up the middle, score. Roll out the red carpet. In comes Matty Rahali, touchdown, Indians. 14 yards.
Into the end zone for another 6 points on the board for Newberry.
And the Indians make it 36-0, and another flag after the play. We've seen personal fouls and unsportsmanlikes. Both teams have been chirping. Both teams have been giving each other the business, but the Indians are the ones that keep committing the infraction. And they're going to be backed up here. Joe Austin's going to come meet with the white hat. Let's see if we can get in on this conversation. Offensive coordinator Zach Klickner within earshot. I'm guessing there's some kind of taunt there.
The score will stand for the Newberry Indians. The penalty to be assessed.
Rahali's going to try an extra point. It's been about the only thing he hasn't been able to do this season is make a kick. And now a flag. What on earth is going on here?
Before the play develops.
That's about the 30th flag of the third quarter. Indians didn't even get to snap it. Rahali's lining up to kick it. Referee signaling. Offsides.
I've never seen an officiating crew take so long to deliberate and make the call.
A lot of uncertainty down there.
The offside on the defense.
Offside, so we move back up closer. Snap good, hold good, kick is on the money. He boomed that thing 3/4 of the way to Saginaw. Matthew Rahali. That thing's out in the swamp somewhere.
That is a 1 point after.
A 1 point after, as the PA announcer says. So Rahali gets his first extra point of the season. Indians increase the lead to 37-0. So the different look. First, the Indians start the third quarter with a 5-man offensive front playing 2 tight ends instead of 2 wide receivers. Go power, smash mouth down the field. Then that drive, they spread it back out, but they get a Rahali in at the quarterback spot, move Juarez to the outside, get Salter into the ball game. We're seeing different looks from the Indians here in the second half. What a boot by Rahali.
Buzz down.
Mohar's in there. Both sides battling.
Ball down the field.
It is running time. Only will stop for turnovers, injuries, penalties, or a score. Other than that, it's going to keep going with the Indians up 37-0.
Cardinals will begin their drive.
Big thank you again to our sponsors. See them scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Include Helen Newberry Joy Hospital Healthcare Center, Luce County Veteran Services Office. Pass attempt here, caught, down, gain of 7.
Pass from Jaden Mix to Justin Kramer.
Mix with the throw.
Forward.
Kramer St. Germain was a big force in the backfield in the first half, been quieted a little bit. Really, most of his work all the way back in the first quarter. Snap here. Mix is the third different quarterback, and that should be intentional grounding.
Jaden Mix under pressure there.
He threw it to a tackle. They'll call it incomplete.
Third down.
Also want to thank the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Light Vision Centers, Louisiana Pacific. On the run throw, Nelson right through the wickets. Fourth down coming.
Another pass.
Burton.
Jaden Mix.
And 34,
Number 33, Nelson.
Brendan Brubaker
Pass incomplete.
exchanged pleasantries after the play. Cardinals look at the wristband, and we're going to get a timeout. They're going to draw something up here with fourth down coming.
We'd like to take this moment to thank our officials down on the field for the great job that they do. We appreciate them.
Indians get a stop. They can get the ball back.
Keep everyone safe.
Run this thing down probably to the end of the third quarter.
Game officials. Every year.
They are well on their way to 4 in a row.
Great way to stay in shape, stay close to the game, and so much more.
Right now,
even signing up is easy.
Working on
game official.
their second straight shutout. If they finish the third quarter with a goose egg, that would be 11 straight quarters over the last 3 games, in which they have not given up a point. Pretty solid stuff from the Indians and their defense. 2 shutouts. They shut out Munising basically for 3 full quarters. They held Rudyard to 3 for most of the first half. Cardinals to go for it. Fourth down here. They're going to go straight tailback. Indians bring it down right away. Hayden McNamara with the stop.
Tries to run it forward, but he is blocked by number 25, Hayden McNamara, and other defenders.
And the Indians
Go from defenders
will cycle in
downs at the Cardinals'
their
45
second
yard
team. And I believe Nutkins is back in at the quarterback here. May have had to set a drive for something there. People are throwing stuff at Megan Burton. Give here, Nelson. Team's third leading rusher behind Juarez and Rahali. Plunges forward there for a gain of 3.
Ball carrier number 33, Brian Nelson.
Let's see, up front on the offensive line, it's McNamara and Boltima playing with Blake Doak.
Forward progress to be 42.5 yards.
Oh, Doak's out Stilson in at the center. Salter has come in for Depew. Nelson, of course, in for Juarez. Depew's still in there. Oh, come on.
Nelson, the ball carrier.
Nelson, with a hand inside his face mask, gets his head cranked up and driven down.
Yards there, it'll be 3rd and 4.
That's the one thing you hate about games like this,
St. Germain.
is the Newberry Indians are going to be doing all the hoping and praying they can in the next 13 minutes of game time that they can just get out of here without something crazy happening. Depew is still in. Mohar has moved to the tight end. Salter is in for Rahali. Another total team effort for the Indians tonight. Nutkins keeps it. He needed to keep going outside. He tried to cut it back.
Nutkins hanging out.
Takes a big hit there. 4th and 5 coming up for the Indians.
Defense. No gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 4.
This would be a slight moral victory for the Cardinals if they can get a stop here. Played a pretty tough first quarter. Indians were a bit slow out of the gates, which typically happens on a long trip like this. But they have hit their stride in the second and third quarter. Nutkins, trouble, fires, 4th down. Daniel Rahali, the closest man there. Nutkins comes off frustrated.
But under pressure, he has to throw it away.
Good push there. And the Cardinals get it back. Probably won't get a playoff here before the quarter as they try to hustle personnel on and off. We're in running time, late 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for the 3rd quarter of play. Indians on top. They lead it 37-0 as we step aside. It is M123 FM and the UP Sports Network.
Just a moment.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry proudly supports the communities that we call home. They're Michigan's only manufacturer of LP SmartSide siding and trim. And just like our local sports teams, Louisiana Pacific Corporation is committed to teamwork and safety and getting the job done the right way. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry wishes all of the area athletes best of luck this season.
Hey, local sports fans, the high school football season is finally here, and you do not want to miss a single second of the action, especially because you can't see. Call my good friend, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center. They'll help you see clearly all school year long so you don't miss a moment of the action. Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center, Newberry, Munising, St. Ignace. Call 906-291-2015. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
On the defense there,
back here in Onaway,
Cardinals
first down, get a big gainer, their biggest gain in the night.
Midfield, and the Cardinals are now
nice little option play.
At the 49-yard line.
Onaway moves it across midfield. From the 49, 1st and 10. It is 37-0 here in the 4th. Under running time. Give here. Indians, second team defense is in there. Up front, it's going to be Nillette with McNamara still in.
Kramer St. Germain.
Baltimore.
McNamara and Caballero
in there.
On the defense.
Diego Caballero the foreign exchange student for Newberry, been playing really solid over the last couple of weeks late in these games. So now it's Bultema, McNamara. I believe Nelson in on this play at the nose.
Long 8.
Akeem Jackson is out there. Mentioned Diego. You got Salter and Bufford out there. Stilson up front on the line as well. Diego's there again. Him and Salter.
Xavier St. Germain, the ball carrier. Moving forward to the 44-yard line, depending on the play, number 62, Diego Caballero.
Clock runs down. 10 minutes to go here. Stilson.
Third and
Nolet Bultema up front. Diego and Brian Nelson, the backers. Bufford, Salter, Akeem Jackson on the edge, and the option there gets the corner. Bufford and Diego collide out of bounds, but it won't stop the clock. Running time here in the fourth. Jasky doing a good job
progress.
running the option here.
Down to the Cardinals. Steps out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
Indians back home next Friday night against Rapid River. Scheduled as a JV varsity doubleheader. JV's at 4:30, varsity right around 7 o'clock. It'll be the Newberry High School football Patriot game honoring our local veterans. High school football program teaming up with the Veteran Services Office for that event. Special t-shirts commemorating the event on sale now. Contact Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard at 293-4890. Figure out how you can get your specially
Jazz Bultema
edition
initial hit with some assistance from 33.
Patriot game t-shirt. Styes guys going to be having barbecue for the veterans as a special treat. In-game ceremonies and a ceremonial coin toss as well. Coming out, honor our veterans at the Patriot game next week. Option again. Cut back. That's a nice run. The Cardinals. Akeem Jackson saves a touchdown for now. All the way down to the 15-yard line. Good job by Akeem Jackson. The sprinter had to use his track skills there to run it down.
First and 10 for the Cardinals.
First and 10 for the Cardinals at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
I'm going to dive it to him.
If Onaway does score, it will take us out of running time. They go straight up the gut. 44. Like a Mack truck coming through there is Hudson Decker. Right down Main Street. Gets the Cardinals a little bit closer.
Akeem Jackson and others on the stop. Forward progress of about 7 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. Ball is at the 8-yard line. See if the Indian second team defense can tighten down here. Sweep outside. Cardinals find the end zone. The fans who have stayed till the end here get rewarded with a touchdown.
Hudson Decker running in that 6 points for the Cardinals.
Hudson Decker gets the Cardinals on the board.
Automotive touchdown, a donation to the football team by Bishop Automotive.
37-6, and now Onaway.
With the conversion attempt coming up.
Midway through the quarter. Second, they did this late first, early second. Early second quarter, they ran off almost half of the quarter, and they did it again here. I'm going to sweep, cut in. Over pursuit by Salter. And an easy trot to the end zone for Chasky.
He runs in another 2 points.
That's going to make it 37-8. With 6:54 to go.
The team's a moment to regroup, and then the Cardinals will be kicking off. to the
Indians
Newberry.
got to get ready for onside here.
Again, we want
The Cardinals aren't going to quit. Not by a long shot on their home field.
At Bishop GMC in Sheboygan and Bishop Chevrolet Buick in Rogers City. You can see one of their trucks outside of the football stadium, and we thank you again for your continued support of Onaway football and for your donation to the football team.
Hands ready up front. Make sure hands are ready up front.
They were calling it the game of the night up in Munising, but how about this for the Mustangs? 46-0. They were up on Pickford at the half.
Number 24.
Mustangs making a statement. That would leave them in Newberry 1-2 in the conference. Onside kick, and the Cardinals get it.
Recovered by Jackson Shasky. So the Cardinals.
Coach Austin marching from one end of the Newberry sideline all the way to the other, and he let everybody know just how upset he is. Indians practice that on a near daily basis. And now the Cardinals are back on offense, and Newberry responds with the first team defense. Big run there by Justin Kramer St. Germain.
Right down the middle. Number 7, Mohar. Number 24, Rahali on the stop.
Mohar and Rahali in on the stop.
5 at the 45-yard line.
Another secondary fall asleep. Chuck the kill here.
Cardinals have given an A for effort here tonight. They've made things harder than it's had to be for the Indians. St. Germain, like a bullet up the middle. He's getting third level before he gets touched.
St. Germain makes that additional
Just grinding out time.
Another Cardinal first down. Defending on the play, number 20, Zach Burton. Ball now being spotted at the 38-yard line.
Indians have been tinkering with this 32 defense. 3 linemen, 2 linebackers, and then 3 guys spread in coverage. The Cardinals are just playing power football. They've got 6 guys blocking 5 guys, and
either looking for a pocket to run.
Simple math tells you that's not ever a good equation.
Loss on the play of about.
And St. Germain has taken advantage. Good stop there. Loss of 3 on the play. As we come up near 5 minutes to go in this contest.
Here it comes, this way.
Big gain up the middle. Munising dominating that Pickford matchup. They are the lone undefeated team left in the league. And with that win tonight, they would have wins over Newberry,
Ball being spotted just inside the 30-yard line.
Rudyard, and Pickford, the other 3 top teams in the league.
And 2.
With 3 weeks to go, they would be a win away next weekend from clinching the conference title outright, because they'd have the head-to-head tiebreaker over all the top teams. 46-0. I had to make sure there wasn't a typo at the half.
Nelson and Warren.
Munising, though, making a statement.
Stopping Kramer St. Germain from forward and moving him back a yard. So it's 4th down for the Cardinals. Ball being spotted at the 31.
Other games tonight do not have a score update yet from Engadine and Brimley, but an audio stream available on the
Counter.
36-14 Brimley. And Engadine playing tonight in the Weather Bowl. Cedarville's at Rapid River tonight, and tomorrow Rudyard is the homecoming guest for the Superior Central Cougars.
Suarez and Burton on the stop.
Munising looks in good shape. Newberry going to win this ball game.
And the call is, it is another.
Hopefully tonight. Cardinals keep moving the ball on them, though. Newberry can get to 5-1 with a win. 4-1 in conference. They will keep pace. Don't want any stumbling blocks, especially in these games you're heavily favored in, because you want to keep your playoff positioning alive. Good job up there. Rahali shooting the gap.
Decker the ball carrier, but he is tripped up. Before he can make any progress, it looks like actually a loss on the play of a yard. Call it 2nd and 11.
Unbalanced.
Power eye shown here. Give straight up the gut. It's a new back, Trenton Soik.
Yeah, our side. That'd be our side.
Number 11, Trenton Soik, the ball carrier. Depending on the play, number 20, Zach Burton and others. Forward progress to the 25-yard line. It'll be
Indians defense being tested here late in this one. Second team came in, faced a long, powerful drive where the Cardinals scored. They got the onside kick, and they're trying to punch one in and tighten this thing up a little bit more. No quit from the Cardinals, who got down 37-0 midway through the third quarter. Ball is out. Indians come up with it, and it is Newberry football. I didn't see the bag go flying to mark the loose ball, but it is a fumble. And with 2:07 to go, the Indians get it.
So the Newberry Indians will take over on downs.
Zach Burton comes up with the fumble.
21-yard line.
And the Indians can put this thing to bed here with 2:07 to go. Give here. Near side. Juarez cuts it back. Stays in bounds. Breaks another tackle. He was down. Oh, he was down. The referees quit running on the play. And they say fumble, the guy furthest away. The Cardinals are getting the football. That's horrible. They quit running on the play.
Juarez with a nice run, evading a couple tackles until he encounters number 72, Henry Hale. And the fumble is recovered by the Cardinals.
When you're a coach, you tell the kids, don't quit on the play, don't quit in the game despite the score.
10, just outside.
Referees missed that one.
Newberry, 45-yard line.
None of them were running with the play. They thought Juarez either stepped out of bounds or was getting brought down. The one thing you will say is Marco there was trying to fight a little extra hard. But the ground caused that fumble.
Kramer St. Germain, the ball carrier.
Nonetheless, the Cardinals get it back.
The initial hit. Forward progress good for 4 yards.
I think it's an inexperienced officiating crew tonight. But we thank them for doing it because not many out there are. We're just thankful that comes in a 37-8 ball game and not something a little tighter. 2nd and 5. Oh my. Zach Burton has been smoking people all night long.
Number 11, Trenton Soik.
You could feel that one up here in the box. That kid is going to wake up sometime.
We heard that all the way up here. I believe that was McNamara.
Kid's going to wake up.
But I can't see the jersey number. I'll tell you after this play.
In the middle of the night with shakes after that one. Indians plunge forward. 22 seconds.
Brought down. Now that previous play, I understand that was Zach Burton. I apologize for the mistake there.
No rush here from Cardinals. 10 seconds and counting. Fourth down. Cardinals sprint to the line. They want one more play. They'll get it, and they'll just try some crazy stuff here. Bootleg, thrown, almost intercepted, and that will do it. The Indians come south of the bridge, beat up the Cardinals 37-8, and Newberry makes it 4 in a row, and they get to 5-1 on the season. 37-8 here in this contest. We will step aside. It is on 123 FM and the UP Sports Network.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry proudly supports the communities that we call home. They're Michigan's only manufacturer of LP SmartSide siding and trim. And just like our local sports teams, Louisiana Pacific Corporation is committed to teamwork and safety and getting the job done the right way. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry wishes all of the area athletes best of luck this season.
Hey, local sports fans, the high school football season is finally here, and you do not want to miss a single second of the action, especially because you can't see. Call my good friend, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center. They'll help you see clearly all school year long so you don't miss a moment of the action. Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center, Newberry, Munising, St. Ignace. Call 906-291-2015. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
There you see the Indians gathered on their sideline talking with the coaches following a 37-8 victory. Indians go to 5-1 on the season, their fourth straight win. They are now in sole possession, second place in the Great Lakes 8 Eastern Division. They get the Rapid River Rockets Friday night next week as part of the Newberry High School football Patriot game. They keep their hopes alive for a home playoff game. You're probably going to have to be 8-1 this year or 9-0 to get a home game. 7-2 teams will probably go on the road. Not everybody with a 6-3 record gets into the playoffs anymore. And Newberry playing a tough schedule. They get Division I points for this one and a big win for the Indians. As they do the part tonight, 37-8. We saw a lot of different things tonight. Big plays relied on early. Rahali and Juarez leading the charge again. Mohar with another big touchdown catch. Kennedy Depew continues to be a downfield threat offensively for the Indians. And then on the defensive side of the ball, man, Gabe Luck continues his strong season. Zach Burton was menacing at the linebacker spot tonight. You got a solid D-end. You have a solid linebacker. You got two guys, and Rahali and Juarez who can go sideline to sideline defensively, and it's allowing guys like Mohar and McNamara and other guys who rotate around to make an impact. Coach Mendoza told me today, I don't think I've had a defense where I've been able to rotate 3 or 4 guys around at a time. This defense, he can do it, and the Indians continue to play a great brand of football. We are going to step aside tonight here from the Onaway Cardinals football field. We will see you back at home in Newberry next Friday night for the Patriot game. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. This has been Newberry Indians football on M123 FM.
Tonight's Newberry Indians football broadcast has been brought to you by Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, the Lewis County Veteran Services Office, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Centers, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis, Louisiana Pacific Corporation, and the Newberry News. Join us next time for more live video action of local high school sports, only on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network.